Yes, can you see this board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were discussing tutorial 5 and 6, right? Any doubt from 5? Or any doubt from 6? So let me settle down 5 first. Any doubt from any problem of tutorial 5? What is the self-inductance of a toroidal coil with rectangular cross section? Is it constant or does it change with time? Does it change with distance? So we know if we have a solenoid, magnetic field inside is constant and outside is 0. But if we make a toroid, what kind of scenario now we have? Do we have constant field here? And do we have zero field here? How many of you are in favor of constant field inside toroid? Raise your hands. And how many in favor of non-constant field inside toroid? Okay, put down your hands. Ashutosh Gupta, can you hear me? Ashutosh Kanojia. Divyanshu Agarwal. Galiviti Sai Rupa, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Who is Divyanshu Agarwal? So inside toroid, is field magnetic field constant or it change with distance? टोरॉइड के अंदर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कांस्टेंट रहेगा या डिस्टेंस के साथ चेंज होगा? डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम सेंटर, डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द एक्सिस ऑफ द टोरॉइड. डिड यू सॉल्व दिस ट्यूटोरियल? आपने ट्यूटोरियल सॉल्व किया है दिव्यांशु? Say yes or no, please. We can't wait for such a long time. Or leave the class if you are not interested. Ishita Agrawal, can you hear me? Krishna Soni.
Yes, sir.
So is magnetic field constant inside toroid or exchange?
सर आई थिंक कांस्टेंट अंदर तो कांस्टेंट होगी सर.
And how do you know that?
सर इसलिए जब सर वो लॉन्ग था तो हमने दोनों को जब एंड को ज्वाइन कर दिया तो जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड थी सर वो अंदर ही होगी. अब बाहर तो कोई थी नहीं पहले भी और अब भी नहीं होगी.
How will you calculate magnetic field inside toroid? कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे आप?
सर लूप एज्यूम करेंगे जैसे किया था हमने.
So let us say this is the toroid. I mean the wires are moving like this. So the wires are like this all over the toroid. I'm just drawing only few wires. Total numbers of wires are n and the current in this wire is I. Now what kind of loop should I make? किस तरह का loop बनाना है मुझे? And where? You mean a loop like this? A loop like this? Or a loop like this? Or anything else?
टाइप सी.
Hmm?
टाइप सी.
Type C. Okay. So in type C, what will you get using type C? B out or B in? Using type C, where you will calculate the magnetic field, outside toroid or inside toroid? आपको B out मिलेगा या B in मिलेगा? B in means magnetic field in this region. B out means magnetic field here or here. Mayank Nishad, Mayank Nishod, are you there? पढ़या चित्रलेखा, प्रियांशु गुप्ता, Raman G Nagar.
Yes, sir.
So what kind of loop should I make to calculate magnetic field inside toroid? Toroid के अंदर magnetic field calculate करने के लिए loop की shape क्या होनी चाहिए?
Sir, circle type.
Circle type. Where is the center of that circle?
Sir, in center means
So,
we
okay,
have
so
to.
all right. So let me make some circles first, and please let me know which circle you are talking about. So one possible circle is this, something like this. Let me call it A. Circle can be this, B. A circle like this, C. Circle like this also possible. Sorry. I mean, it is having the same center as of toroid. जो toroid का center है वो इसका भी center है. This is D.
Sir, D.
So how will you? Okay, so let me say this is the inner radius of toroid A. This is outer radius of toroid B, and this is the radius of your circle R. Now, how do I calculate magnetic field?
BDL is equals to B 2 pi r.
BDL integral
हाँ.
is equal to what?
I 2 pi r.
I into 2 pi R. What is this? What is 2 pi R into I?
Huh?
Why do you multiply I with 2 pi R?
Sir,
There are total n wires on this toroid. I mean, there are n loop of the wire all over the toroid. Let us say n is equal to 1000. Then there are only 1000 turns on this toroid. Okay. And the current through the wire is I. Means in each wire there is a current I.
so, sir,
Yes.
Ni, sir, Ni should be there.
And I should be there. Left hand side. How do I simplify left hand side?
Left hand side, B is equals to B into 2 pi r, and B is constant, so B into 2 pi r.
Okay. So B is equal to, sorry, capital N. Ni upon 2 pi R. So you mean that inside toroid field is changing as you go away from the center.
Sir, mu भी आएगा sir, mu.
Okay. Mu. Anything else?
No sir.
So do you mean that magnetic field is not constant inside toroid? It's a function of R, right?
Sir,
Yes.
I have a question, sir. In that integration B dot dl, we integrated assuming that B is constant, right, sir?
All right. So let us write B first. And if you want to write B, obviously we need to define a coordinate system now very clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me say the axis is along Z since this toroid is in the plane. So Z axis is either this. So it is this. Let me use Z axis this. Means coming towards us. This is r cap vector like this, radially outward, and theta cap vector is now anti-clockwise. This is theta cap vector, right? What is the form of vector b here?
Sir, it should be B r cap, B1 r cap or BR r cap plus theta cap plus Z cap.
So do you mean that all three components are non-zero in this case?
No, sir, but we have to assume first it.
So what about b1? Does it exist here? I mean, let
No,
us say
sir.
we have some magnetic field vector somewhere, let us say here. Can we have a component of that magnetic field along radial direction?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So b1 is 0, right?
Yes.
Can magnetic field vector has this azimuthal component? I mean, it
Cap
is
is also 0.
parallel to the surface of toroid. So what I am asking is this: let us focus on this point. Can magnetic field vector be in this direction or in this direction? Yes or no?
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
Yes.
Okay. So B2 is not 0, right? What about B3? B3 means
0, sir.
the perpendicular component out of the plane. So क्या out of the plane हो सकता है?
No, sir.
I mean at this point क्या ये direction और ये direction possible है? Inward or outward? So verify all these things. B3 is 0, right? Now B2, it is not 0, but still we have many answers. Is it just a constant? It's a function of r only. It's a function of theta only. It's a function of z only. It's a function of r theta z only. There are infinite possibilities, right? Which one is correct? When I say it's a function of r only, it means if you change r, it will change. If you do not change r, it will not change. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? Can we have same magnetic field here and here? P1, P2. And I'm talking about theta cap component. I mean, do we have same length of vector at these 2 points or their length may change? Both are along theta cap now. दोनों theta cap के along है.
But their length may change because
Okay. So it may be function of r. It is not 0
Yes.
and it may be function of r. What about function of theta? Function of theta means, let us take 2 points somewhere here and here. Okay. Magnetic field vector is along this. Now for both the points r is same. दोनों का center से distance same है, but दोनों का theta parameter change है, right? This is at let us say some minus 10 degree. This is some let us say minus 20 degree, right? क्या ये दोनों वेक्टर्स का लेंथ डिफरेंट हो सकता है?
No, sir.
No, sir.
इनका लेंथ सेम होगा.
So B2 depends on R B2 independent of theta. What about Z? Z means, I mean, take 2 point, same R, same theta, but their vertical distance are not same. So you see R and Z are playing roughly same role. Z के along बढ़ेंगे तब भी आप, I mean, when you go along R, you are going from one side to this side. आप एक साइड से दूसरी साइड में जा रहे हैं. You see the same case along Z also. Z के along भी आपको same case ही दिख रहा है, right? So this is the possibility from the symmetry, right? अभी तक हमको नहीं मालूम है कि क्या B2 का बिहेवियर होने वाला है, but one thing is clear. R पे डिपेंडेंट क्या है? We do not know. Z पे डिपेंडेंट क्या है? We have no idea. But ये कंफर्म है, it does not depend on theta. Agree? What does it mean?
Sir,
क्या B2 के फॉर्मूले में थीटा हो सकता है?
B2 के फॉर्म नो सर, थीटा नहीं होगा ना, थीटा पे डिपेंडेंट है ही नहीं.
Right, because if theta is there, obviously, if you change theta, your formula will change, your number will change. So whatever is B2, its formula cannot have theta inside, right? So now let me write left hand side in a clear manner. What is B? It is B2, which may be function of R and Z only. इसमें भी किस किस का है? We have no idea. But it is certain that it does not depend on theta. Direction? Theta cap. What is DL? DL को कैसे लिखेंगे आप? DL is what? A small piece of this loop. So let us say this loop is at a R distance, and this small piece is making d theta angle at the center. Then this small piece has magnitude r d theta, right? Direction theta cap. Okay. Now simplify this. B2, which may be function of R and Z, theta cap, the theta cap becomes 1, R d theta integral. What is this integral? ये integral है क्या? I mean, what are the limits of this integral? This integral is working on this element. I mean, this integral is trying to cover this whole loop. And how does it cover this whole loop? By keeping r fixed and theta from 0 to 2 pi, right?
Pi.
So in this whole process, r is not changing. Okay, only theta is changing from 0 to 2 pi. Now can I take this B2 or this r out of the integral?
Yes sir, now you can take that B2 out of the integral.
Because you see, when you go over this loop पे आप कहीं भी जाइए, ना ही आपका r चेंज हो रहा है, ना ही आपका z चेंज हो रहा है, only theta is changing. Okay, so you can take all these things out. R is also out. We have only d theta, and the integral gives 2 pi. This is mu naught n I. Okay. So why do you take B2 out? B2 ले out होने का क्या लॉजिक था आपके पास? It does not depend on theta.
Distance at R, B is constant.
Right. So you are able to take B2 out all because it does not depend on theta. If it depends on theta, you cannot take it out. You cannot do this integral. So if I give you a toroid like this, square toroid, and if I ask you to find magnetic field because of this square toroid, now it is not very much, it's not easy. ये easy नहीं है, right? So we have a circular symmetry here, and because of that symmetry, you can very easily say yes, negative field along theta cap direction is same at point P1 and P2. right? And that is why you are able to take it out. Even if it is unknown, yeah, unknown है, but theta पे depend नहीं करता है. That's why you can take it out. Now you know the dependence. B2 is this. So it does not depend on Z also. It depends only on R. What about outside?
It will be
Sir,
0
0.
Why?
because if we consider a loop centered at that same center of toroid and r greater than the dimension of toroid, then the current inside the loop will be 0, sir.
So this is the loop outside. How much current is passing through this loop?
Total is 0, sir. Upward mu ni and downward mu ni.
Ni is upward, but same Ni is downward also. Net is 0. Inside also, if you take a smaller loop, it does not carry any current. Here also, since no current, no magnetic field. So we have magnetic field inside toroid, but you can see it is not a constant number. It is varying like this. So this is somewhat different result than solenoid. Solenoid से थोड़ा सा differ करता है ये. Any logic behind this difference? क्या ये surprising है or it is consistent with your common sense and logic? Sorry, so it is inside only. Okay, all right. So you cannot guess it easily. Sorry. Problem number 6. Did we discuss? क्या ये डिस्कस कर चुके हैं हम?
No, sir.
Part A. How will you do it? So first of all, are you getting this problem? Can you understand this problem? An alternating current flows down a straight wire. So somewhere we have a straight wire, and this wire runs along the axis of a toroidal coil. So do you know what is the meaning of axis of a toroidal coil? Something like this. This is toroid. So the cross section is rectangular here. So this is the shape of toroid. Same on this side. Axis means this is the center, right? From this center, this distance is A, this distance is B. I mean, this width is B minus A, and this height is H. Now this toroid is in a horizontal plane. Axis of the toroid means this line. Let me show you. Okay. This line passing like this. So a vertical line or a vertical wire which is perpendicular to the plane of toroid passing through its center. Now, according to this problem, we have a wire here, and the current I, which is a function of time, is flowing in this wire. So this is infinite wire, and some time varying current is there in this wire. So inner radius is 1, outer radius is 2. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, means this width is 1, this height is also 1. Okay, so everything is 1 here. Number of turns, so there are 1000 turns all over the loop.
Sir,
Yes?
is there any current in these loops?
No. As shown by the problem, there is no current in the loop. So there are 1000 turns, and after 1000 turns, you connected a resistance of 1 ohm somewhere. So आपने इस तरीके से 1000 turns लगा रखे हैं इसमें, and when you make 1000 turns somewhere, आपने एक resistance बाद में जोड़ दिया है जहां सारे वायर आ रहे हैं वापस. There is no current in this loop. Loop में कोई current नहीं है. What EMF is induced in the toroid? So you did not provide any current in the toroid. There is an induced current, there is an induced EMF. How will you calculate that EMF?
सर
Yes.
किसी डिस्टेंस x पे जाके अपन dx विड्थ का एक एलिमेंट लेंगे, रेक्टेंगुलर एलिमेंट, जिसका हाइट 1 होगा और विड्थ dx होगा.
All right.
एंड सर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ड्यू टू करंट कैरिंग वायर वहां पे लिखेंगे म्यू नॉट ni/2r, और उसके बाद फ्लक्स लिख देंगे म्यू नॉट ni/2r डॉट ds, एंड ds लिखेंगे, ds कर लेंगे 1 dx, और इसको इंटीग्रेट कर लेंगे a से b, ये फ्लक्स आ जाएगा, और इसका d5/dt आंसर आ जाएगा अपना EMF.
Right. So first of all, why there is an induced EMF?
Because the current is alternative.
Right. Induced EMF means we have electric field. This electric field is producing induced EMF. Why we have electric field? Because we have time varying magnetic field. And why do we get electric field from this? This is Faraday law. What is happening at molecular level? Nobody knows. क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा ये नहीं मालूम, but according to Faraday law, a time varying magnetic field create electric field. Why do we have a time varying magnetic field?
Because
there is time varying.
Correct. This is Weier's-Ebert law with approximation. क्या approximation है? कोई बता सकता है?
Time varying current का जो रिजल्ट आता है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वो भी अप्रोक्सीमेटली इक्वल होता है कांस्टेंट करंट वाले.
So in true sense, we cannot apply Biot-Savart law for a time varying current, but if frequencies are not very high, error is extremely small, we can safely apply Biot-Savart law. So the formula mu naught Ni upon 2R for straight wire, this is for when I is constant, but there is not much problem if you take the time varying current here as it is. So obviously electric field can be anywhere. Induced EMF always exists in a loop. Induced EMF किसी loop में ही होता है. Now where do they want to know the induced EMF? कि कहाँ EMF जानना चाहते हैं? In the toroid means in the loop of this wire. Okay. So this is your surface. यही आपकी surface भी होगी. Because the author of this problem wants to know what is the EMF generated in these loops. एक में निकाल लीजिए, multiply it with n, you will get total answer. So in this loop you want to know EMF and therefore you need to know integral E dot dl here, या तो ये पता कर लीजिए आप, और you know from Faraday law, actually एक ही चीज है, minus d phi by dt. Okay. So you can bypass this step. आपको इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है. Direct from magnetic field, you calculate flux change, and then you calculate induced EMF. Okay. So it's up to you whether you want to calculate E first and then EMF, or since you are already calculating magnetic field, you can directly calculate induced EMF. What is the direction of magnetic field? So this is z cap direction, up. Okay.
It will be along theta, sir.
This is r cap direction, radially out. Theta cap is this, clockwise along the surface of toroid. Right. So B is along theta cap. So my wire is red. Let me use the red color for magnetic field also. So this is the magnetic field. Inside toroid or outside also? Toroid के अंदर ही रहेगा या बाहर भी है?
Inside, just inside the toroid.
Why inside only? क्यों inside होगा?
Oh no, sir. It will be outside, inside, everywhere.
Right? It is everywhere. This is due to wire. But yes, only the field inside is useful for you. आपको सिर्फ जरूरत inside की है, otherwise field is everywhere. All right. Now this is a function of time, and therefore B is a function of time. This is d phi by dt. Is this function of time? It depends on what is the functional form here. Let us say bt is proportional to t, then d phi by dt is constant, right? If it is t square, then it's linearly increasing with t, right? So it always depends on functional form. What kind of form we have? हमारे पास किस तरह का फॉर्म है? It is sin t. It means magnetic field is a function of time. ये भी function of time ही रहेगा. Let us say sin t or cos t, something like this. Flux change, that is also function of time. Sin t या cos t जैसा कुछ behave करेगा. Induced EMF, yes, this is also some function of time, sin or cos. right? And because of this induced EMF, now we have a induced current. What is that current? कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं इसको? This is EMF divided by कितना रेजिस्टेंस है इस पूरे सर्किट में? 500 ohms, right? This is also a function of time, some sin t or cos t. It means we did not provide any current in the loop. Loop में हमने कोई current provide नहीं कराया. A current is automatically flowing in the loop. Okay. It may be clockwise or anti-clockwise. The direction of this current will be in such a way that it will oppose the magnetic field. I mean, if magnetic field is increasing, it will try to decrease the magnetic field. If it is decreasing, it will try to increase it. Now there is a current in the loop. What is the magnetic field? Sorry, Santosh, you want to ask him? So now we have another current in the loop. This current will produce its own magnetic field. ये current अपना खुद का magnetic field बनाएगा. What is the direction? So because of this current, we have this magnetic field, right? Now we have this current. What is the magnetic field now? What is the direction of this field now? Anyone?
Sir, it's along the initial current.
Right. So this is the same problem as before. ये कोई पुरानी वाली problem पर आ गए. That a current is flowing in the toroid, and what is magnetic field? So now since there is a current, obviously it will also produce a magnetic field. Now this current is shown by green. So let me show magnetic field by green. But this magnetic field will only be inside toroid. ये toroid के अंदर होगा. It has no component outside. ये outside नहीं हो सकता. Why? Because this is generated by these loops on the toroids. What is the nature of this magnetic field? क्या ये भी time varying है? Or it is constant?
Time varying है ना sir ये भी.
This is again a time varying current.
Yes.
So apply Faraday law again. So this is induced. This is induced. And what is this? Electric field or EMF. This is further induced. Induced of induced. This is also induced of induced. Right? We say this is back EMF. इसको हम back EMF कहते हैं. Sorry, back. This is not EMF. This is EMF. Okay. So this is called back EMF. Now this back EMF will produce its own current. इससे फिर से current बनेगा. Let me call it back current. that current, since it's a sine cos series, all the things are time varying. This will again produce one more magnetic field. This will again produce one more electric field, EMF. Then again magnetic field, sorry, again a current, again magnetic field, and so on. This cycle never ends. ये cycle कभी खत्म ही नहीं होनी. But there is one major thing that you need to know. Magnitude. This is first induced EMF. Check its magnitude. क्या आ रहा है? This is second induced EMF. Check its magnitude. This is 2. Okay. And if you want, you can again calculate the third EMF. What you will see, these numbers are decreasing very rapidly. ये साइकिल तो कभी खत्म नहीं होती है, बट ये नंबर्स धीरे धीरे छोटे होने शुरू हो जाते हैं. Not धीरे धीरे, it's a quite rapid process. So obviously this first magnitude is quite big. We see its effect in daily life. This second EMF may also be significant. It's not big enough, but it is significant. Third is almost negligible. Okay. Even sometimes second is also very small. We stop at first only. So
sir,
there are, yes.
Sir, due to the induced current in that toroid,
Yes.
we say that there will be again an induced current in that wire, the straight wire, right?
Okay, so where is this induced current? Yes. I mean, where is this back current? ये back current कहाँ बन रहा है?
That is what I am asking, sir. I was going to ask that how will that induced current will be produced in that wire without the resistance, sir?
So first, see one thing. Now you need to know one major thing which you keep on ignoring all the time. Whenever you have a magnetic field changing with time, it always produces an electric field which is changing with time, right? Up to here, you do not need to know what is the loop, where are we calculating the things. Magnetic field जहाँ पे भी time varying है, there is automatically a time varying electric field also. Now this time varying electric field produce EMF, right? Here you need to know where is my loop. What does it mean? In the first case, this was the main current in the wire, right? In means there is a time varying electric field everywhere due to this wire. एक time varying electric field इसकी वजह से हर जगह है. But EMF आपको कहाँ मिलेगा? Where will you get EMF?
The toroid.
Where you put the circuit. आपने toroid रखा, toroid में बन गया. You put anything else, आप यहाँ पे एक loop रख लीजिए. You will get current in that also. इसमें ही मिलेगा, right? Now same thing is with the induced EMF. Where is the induced magnetic field? Induced magnetic field कहाँ पर है? So main magnetic field, it is everywhere, right? What is the source? A straight wire. Let me write all these things somewhere here. So primary current is in the straight wire, right? There is a main or primary magnetic field now. कहाँ है ये? Everywhere. It's a time varying. There is a induced electric field now. Where it is? Electric field is everywhere. Where is induced EMF? Induced EMF कहाँ होगा?
In some loop.
Wherever we put a loop, we put a toroid, so we are getting a field, we are getting EMF in toroid. आप कुछ और रख दीजिए, उसमें आना शुरू हो जाएगा. Why? Because electric field is everywhere. जहाँ जहाँ electric field है, EMF आपको मिलेगा. Now come to back current. This induced EMF is producing back current. Where is this current? In the wire of loop, right?
Yes, sir.
Due to this back current, we are getting a back magnetic field. Where is this?
Everywhere or inside the loop?
No. See, now there is a current in the toroid, right? Due to this current, you can calculate what is the magnetic field, and you have seen this magnetic field exists only inside. ये सिर्फ अंदर होता है, बाहर नहीं होता है, right? If you choose some other shape, आप toroid ना लेके कोई और shape लिए होते, yes, then it is everywhere. But it's a very basic feature of toroid that it does not produce any magnetic field outside. Just choose a simple loop. Toroid की जगह कोई simple loop use कीजिए. Then again back magnetic field भी हर जगह होगा. But for toroid, it is not everywhere now. It is only inside toroid. So where is back electric field? Back electric field कहाँ होगा? जहाँ back magnetic field है वहीं हो सकता है. Inside toroid only. So back EMF कहाँ होगा?
Inside the toroid.
Anywhere inside or on toroid. Means if you put another circuit inside this toroid, that will see the effect of back EMF. Or ये जो wires हैं, they will also see the effect of back EMF. But straight wire को नहीं दिखेगा वो effect. Yes, if you choose any other shape, toroid की जगह आप कुछ और shape use कर लीजिए, then all the things are everywhere. सभी fields हर जगह हैं, they will affect each other, right? So this is the approach of this is the systematic way of approaching this problem. First of all, figure out what is happening, where is the things are happening. Use the symmetry to find the use the symmetry to find the possible answer. And once you find the possible answer, you can calculate exact answers using equations. जब आपको possible answer मिल जाएगा तो आप exact भी पता कर सकते हैं equations के through. So this back EMF is in the loop of wire. That is why there is a back current. एक back current भी है. Why? Because we have a resistance here. ये कहाँ पे है? In the wire of loop, wire of toroidal loop, right? So from here again we get the same thing. यहाँ से जो system है हमारा फिर से पुराने वाला शुरू हो जाता है. This back current will again produce a back EMF, which is again inside toroid, and this cycle will keep on repeating itself. ये cycle हमेशा ही चलती रहेगी. But at each step इसका मैग्नीट्यूड डिक्रीज होता जाएगा. Okay, and that is why this problem does not end here. The part B is the main thing. What is the ratio of induced or back EMF with respect to direct EMF? I mean, if induced EMF is direct and this is back EMF, what is the ratio? Obviously, if this ratio is close to 1, then it's a very big problem. We do not know how many times we need to do these calculations. But if this ratio is close to 0, we are quite safe. right? That is why we just calculate first induced EMF. यही वजह है कि हम सिर्फ first EMF निकालते हैं. We do not worry about second or third EMF. And this is not only for toroid. This is everywhere. When you have transformer, same thing happening here also. Here you apply some AC current, and here you are getting some current, right? Primary produce a EMF in this. Now this is also time varying. It induced one EMF in this. Again, this will induce EMF in this, and so this process keep on repeating itself again and again. But we still ignore it because these EMFs are very small in magnitude. Let me stop here. And guys, please solve these problems. And those who are,
Sir,
yes,
a question, sir.
Yes.
If in a loop we apply a time varying field, I mean current,
yes, okay,
so it will produce back and back and back EMF again and again inside it, right?
right.
Okay, sir. That was the question.
But yes, your time varying current must be sinusoidal. Let us say
Okay.
you are applying some T square, then you will see its
Yeah,
second
that
derivative is
is
constant, right?
zero after two differentials. Yes, sir.
So after some iterations, it will become zero.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.